Hi everyone, how are we all? If you're new here then hello, my name is Kelsey Hutchings and I'm owner of Elska Beauty, which is a salon here in Hampshire. How are we all doing? I'm rocking the old headscarf today, trying to hide those roots. I'm desperate to get to the hairdressers, as I'm sure most of us are, so I'm feeling quite hippie today with my headscarf and baggy dress. But anyway, today I'm doing quite a highly requested video, so thank you for that. It is how to be Zoom ready. So you guys want to wear a bit of makeup on your Zoom calls but don't want to wear a full face, completely get it, I gotcha. Carry on watching if you want to know how to get Zoom ready and boss those work meetings. Okay, so the good thing with makeup like this, and it's not something I've really had to think of before because when have we ever been in this situation before, but the good thing about thinking about your makeup when it comes to being on like Zoom, for example, is that the camera on your laptop is usually gives you a bit of a blur. I mean, let's face it, webcam cameras aren't like super clear unless you've got a fancy one. And the same goes with your phone. I know they are quite clear, but it still works in our favour that it gives us a bit of a blur. So it also works in our favour when it comes to getting ready in the morning. Now, you don't need to use a primer if you don't want to. There is quite a lot of options when it comes to this makeup. Obviously, you can give yourself a full face if you want to. Depends how much time you've got in your hands and if you wanna, there's nothing wrong with that. But quite a few of you have asked me about, you know, what's good for coverage when I don't want to wear foundation or that kind of thing. So this is what gave me the idea for this video. So to save me babbling, like I said, you don't need to use a primer if you don't want to. It's not like we need it to like be super on like all day, unless you have got a full day of meetings, I suppose. But yeah, primers are optional. So I'm just going to pop on a glowy one, just give my skin a bit of a glow so that I don't look completely ghostly on camera. This is just the NYX Bear With Me primer, which is actually one of my favourites. It just gives you a nice glow. And let's face it, primer takes seconds to go on anyway. If you are in a super rush and you've got, especially if you've got dry skin, this is amazing. It's the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. It is a moisturiser, but it also acts as a primer as well. I have got oily to combination skin, but I still like to use this instead of a primer. But if you've got dry skin, you will love this. So that doubles up as a 2-in-1 if you are tight on time. Now, again, depending on the coverage that you want and the kind of look that you want, you can either just spot conceal and use some powder foundation. You can still use foundation if you want to, or you can use something a little bit lighter, which is what I would opt to do. So this is the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. Now I absolutely love this. And that is what I recommend when I've got clients or friends, family asking me that they want to put something on their skin, but not necessarily a foundation. I absolutely love this. Like I say, you can still put on a foundation, or if you've got quite oily skin and you don't want to spend long doing your makeup, you could just sort of like spot conceal, you know, so just where you feel like you need concealer, and then just go in with like a powder foundation. I absolutely love the Me one, surprise. So yeah, and then I'll just blob that around your skin. See, this can be quite quick if you want it to be, but obviously it depends on how much time you've got on your hands at the moment. This will obviously take me a bit longer because I keep stopping and talking to you guys. I'm just going to go in with my beauty blender and blend that all out. Now I've blended all that in, like I said, it does give a really nice coverage, but it's still really natural. It doesn't feel cakey, so it is sort of a really good alternative for this kind of thing. I've just done the one layer. Obviously you do want to blend it in because we don't want to look like a hot mess on camera, but also remember that people aren't going to be like right up in your face or be able to see like your real face, if that makes any sense. As in, you're not going to be face to face with people, you're going to be on camera, so you're probably going to be at a bit of a distance like I am to this camera. You're not going to be like, morning everybody, how are we all doing, just getting my cuppa. You're going to be like, hi everyone, woke up like this. Now I'm just going to go in with the Boing Benefit Cakeless Concealer. Now, again, I don't do as much concealer if I'm going to do something like this. I mean, obviously I'm self-employed, so I don't have to be hopping on for Zoom calls for work, but I have been with my family, And even then, I think it's still nice to put a bit of makeup on, so this is what I've been doing. So just doing what I call spot concealing, so literally just putting it where you feel you need it, but I don't feel as though you need to put on as much as what you normally would if you were heading out to work, or as in like actually heading out to work or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm babbling. Just get on with it, Kelsey, honestly. So usually I would put more concealer on than that, but like I said, we're not going we are going on a Zoom call. So you then just want to quickly set that with some powder. I'm just going to quickly put some of the Rodial banana powder under my eyes just to brighten me up. I've seen quite a lot lately when people have been doing like 5-minute, 10-minute like isolation makeup that have been using a lot of cream products, but I personally can do my makeup quicker with powder because it sets like that and stops me being shiny. So, and then you can either use just like a translucent powder, or if you do fancy a bit more coverage, then you can use a powder foundation. So it's like a 2-in-1, which I do think powder foundations are fab if you haven't got a lot of time on your hand, or if you have got really oily skin. 2-in-1. You can just pop some primer on, or just give yourself a good moisturiser if you are dry skin. Pop some concealer on first, your powder foundation, and then if you want to put any bronzer, brush, highlighter on, go for it. But I'm using the Me powder foundation here. Again, it is such a quick step. Me personally, I think you have to do this kind of thing still if you're putting on translucent powder. So I think you have to do the same thing for powder foundation. So why not give yourself a bit more coverage? But it's just me. It's still quite natural looking. Well, it is still natural looking, but I just feel like it evens me out a bit more, especially when I'm not doing my normal foundation. So that is that. I know this still seems like a lot, but once you're doing it quickly, it doesn't take you that long. I'm now just going to use the Me bronzer, which I love. Just going to give myself some colour. The one thing I will say that when you're on camera is that it can sometimes wash you out. So it's a bit like when I do my brides actually, you sort of want to give yourself a little bit more without looking like you've given yourself more. So what I mean is just be a bit more mindful of like when you're using blusher and bronzer, of the fact that it can wash you out a bit. So if you want to put like a couple more brushes of bronzer across your face, then, you know, go for it. Or again, if you are conscious about how things are going to look, you know, have a look, actually check your makeup like in your phone camera, or, you know, in your laptop if that's what you're about to do first. I always put a bit of bronzer on my neck just to make sure I match up. And I know what we're saying about camera, but you don't want to have like a bright white neck and then a gloriously bronzed face. So I don't go in too much with contour and stuff, again, because it's just not going to be appreciated, is it really, on Zoom? And I know that there are other video calling things available. Most of us are using Zoom. Just quickly, what I was doing there, this, the Beauty Blender, or whatever you're using for your foundation, whether you use a foundation brush, it's a really quick and easy way to clean up any bronzer or contour. Like I said, I would usually then go in with a contour powder and a bit more precision, but purpose of the video, I'm not. So if I do want to just clean my bronzer up a little bit, I'll just use that rather than getting like another brush out. Now, yes, you don't need to use things like highlighter and stuff like that, but if you want to, if you've got the time on the hand, obviously you can. It takes seconds. I am a glowy gal, so I just can't not do it, but I also would like to give the impression, you know, if I was in that position, that I've just woken up from a 8 to 10 hour sleep. Yes, boss, I'm ready to go. I'm here for you. What do you need? I'm glowing. Here I am. I'm just going to use the Fenty Beauty Duo highlighter thing. It's beautiful. I love it. Even though it looks a bit pinky, it's really nice on the skin. So when I'm doing this routine, I reckon I can do my makeup in about 10 minutes, which is super good for me. But I just like to give myself a bit of a glow. I hate keep saying, oh, this is optional, because obviously any of this is optional. Some of you might well be comfortable with rocking up in your dressing gown with your hair in a pineapple hairdo for work, but obviously any of this is optional. Nice bonds on my hand there. But with eyes, again, with bearing in mind the fact that you are on camera, it is good to give your eyes a bit of definition, because otherwise you can sort of blend into the background. Obviously, well, not obviously, you'll have mascara on, but this takes 2 seconds, and a bit of eyeliner on camera can make all the difference. So this is just a Maybelline New York kohl pencil in brown. Not very sharp, but it'll do. And all I do is super quick. I just, not even all the way along the lash line, just sort of halfway. So I just pop that halfway across my lash line. And then depending on how you like it, you can either leave it like that. It is really, really subtle, but on camera it does make a difference. Give you a bit more definition. I've just got a smudger there, and again it takes seconds. I just give it a smudge and you're done. It's just something that takes seconds, but like I said, I've noticed that when I've been on Zoom calls and stuff, that having a bit of eyeliner on does make a difference. Give the old lashes a quick curl. I don't know why I'm rushing through this like I'm on some sort of timer. And then I have been using lately, because I've run out of my Me mascara. I love the Me Feature Lash Length mascara, but I've run out of it. So I've been using the Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift mascara, which I still love, so can't complain. And y'all know how to put mascara on. And unless you are one of them ladies that doesn't like putting mascara on your bottom lashes, maybe just try it again if you fancy being wild. But it does give you that added bit, again, of definition without even really having to do anything. It's quite surprising. I went years without putting any mascara on my bottom lashes. As soon as I started doing it again, I was a changed woman. Honestly, try it. And it's a really easy way, like I said, to give yourself a bit of extra definition. Now, usually day to day, I would probably use 2 mascaras. I like to use like a volumizing one first and then a lengthening one, but I'm just being a crazy cat today and just using one. So I've just used the Falsies one, as you just saw. Now, eyebrows. Some of you probably won't even need to do anything with your eyebrows apart from give them a good brush through with a spoolie, but like this Benefit one, which needs a clean. Why has my camera gone so blurry? Excuse me. Thank you. Right, so some of you will literally just need to brush through your eyebrows and you're good to go. And if you are one of them people, I'm very envious of you. Some of you, if you have got any sort of sparse areas or any gaps, you might just want to run through a pencil or some powder, whatever your personal preference is. But I'm going to put through just a bit of pencil on my sparse areas, and that'll be that. I did laminate them earlier on today with my HD Brow Sculpt products, which I'm so excited to finally launch in the salon when we can all reopen again. But I do still have some growing to do on my brows, so I'm just going to use a pencil to fill in those areas, because no one wants to be on a Zoom call with gappy eyebrows, you feel me? I'm just using the Brow by Me pencil in medium to just fill in my sparser areas. Oh, I just love them. This one, when it's laminated, I just love that brushed up, fluffy, natural brow look. I love it. So yeah, I've just popped some brow pencil through my brows where I've got the sparse bits. Now let's move on to lips. Okay, so lip liner. Again, not something that you have to do, and often when I'm doing somebody's makeup, they'll say, oh, I don't do eyeliner. That's fine. You don't have to put lip liner on, but it just does give your lips a nice bit of definition. And me personally, my lip line is quite blurred, so if I am just going to put something like a lip gloss on, which I am, it just gives me a nice bit of definition. So I'm just using the Me Alluring Lip Liner in Caress, which is not Caress, that says Caress, doesn't it? Okay, so which is just a nude one. So again, this takes seconds. There is so many makeup, I was going to say tricks then, putting on lip liner isn't a hack, honey, it's quite a normal thing to do. But what I'm trying to say is there's quite a few makeup things you can do which take seconds that make all the difference. Like doing that little bit of eyeliner. Usually if I say eyeliner to someone, they think I mean sit there for hours and do like a winged liner. That's not what I mean, babes. I just mean you can do something like that. I mean, if you can do a winged liner quickly, then you go for it, babes. I don't know why I keep assuming that makeup for a video call needs to be quick, but I do understand the fact that there's going to be millions of women, maybe even blokes out there, you do you, honey, that don't want to spend ages on their makeup when they're just going to have like a 20-minute Zoom call with their team. So I get that. But equally, there will be women that have got time on their hands that want to. I'm just using a nudie lip liner. You're probably thinking, what the hell is she doing? A nudie lip liner, just to clean that up a little bit. You don't have to do that. That's just me. Now I've been switching between the two actually, between lip gloss wise. The HD Brows lip gloss in Bare and the Me Cosmetics in Flow, I think it's called. This is just a really nice, quite nudie, natural lip gloss. Okay, so final step is blusher. Now, every day for the past like gazillion years, I've used the Me Cosmetics blusher in Tickle, but because I've had so much time on my hands and when I've been doing my makeup, I've been like, ooh, I've had that for years, let's try it. Ooh, I'm gonna try that. So this was one of those things. It is the Benefit California blusher. It is like a peachy golden kind of tone. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it. But I got it in a package thing when I went to a makeup masterclass, so I thought, why not try it? And as soon as I opened it up, I don't know what it is about Benefit stuff, but some of their stuff just smells banging. So blusher, again, bear in mind, I know we don't want to look like Coco the Clown, but again, the camera can sometimes make you look quite washed out. So if you want to put incy wincy bit blusher on, you can, or if you are quite nervous of it, again, check your makeup in your phone camera. You're gonna look snatched for the Zoom call. So off we go. I also quite like to base, and this is personal preference, but I quite like to base my blush like the second half of my cheek, so sort of in line with like the outside of my eye upwards. I also quite like to do makeup like this, and I know that a lot of you are still going to be thinking, damn, that's a lot of makeup for somebody that's not supposed to be putting a lot on for a Zoom call. But this is also similar to what I do if I don't want to be wearing like a full face, sort of like something like a thicker foundation, or if I fancy being a bit more natural. Lol, I know, I've still put a lot of makeup on for natural, but I mean natural-ish looking, that's what I mean. And this is quite nice for if you know you might get a little bit sweaty, so if you want to wear makeup, say like if you're going on a nice walk with your bae or something, and you still want to wear a bit of makeup, then something like this is fabulous. So with something like blusher, I would just keep on checking, but I am quite happy with that, so I shall stop there. Day to day, again, I usually put on a setting spray, but I don't think that really matters too much for this, unless you are really oily and want to wear like a matte setting spray, then you go for it, babes. But yeah, other than that, that is my Zoom call ready. I'm gonna boss this day makeup. Thanks, boss. I've just realised I've not really chatted about anything in this video, so just for the 2 seconds that I'm going to put this away, what have we been watching on telly? Have you been Netflixing? What have you been watching? That's what everyone seems to be talking about at the moment. I downloaded, or Jack downloaded, what's it called? Gangs of London this morning, which I'm excited to watch because it's got the guy from Peaky Blinders in it and the woman from Game of Thrones, and it just looks like my kind of thing. And we watched the first episode of Afterlife 2 this morning, which is on Netflix, the Ricky Gervais thing. Whether you like him or not, doesn't really matter. Watch it. Honestly, I literally tell everybody to watch it. It is so good. It's one of them programmes that will have you laughing and crying within like 5 minutes of each other. But it's good. What else have we watched? I miss talking about the cinema. I miss going to the cinema so much. Me and Jack have said so many times that we miss going on like proper date nights. Oh, we watched Instant Family the other day. The film was on Sky. It was come out last year, I think, but that was really good and it was quite funny. It's got Mark Wahlberg in it and the woman that I never remember her name, but she is in Bridesmaids. She is the one that is like the one that's getting married's best friend that the short blonde haired one keeps making fun of. Christ, I need to learn people's names in films. Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed watching this, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Hopefully you've found it somewhat helpful, even if it's just a product that you fancy trying. If you have any questions, just let me know. Go and boss them Zoom calls. Stay safe, stay well, keep washing those hands, and I'll see you guys soon. Mwah. Thank you.